Okay, support question from Ed Ryan. I purchased GMB Pro the day it came out, and I love it. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. He says, in Local PR Pro, does Bradley show us specifically how to get three-pack map rankings in surrounding cities, towns using the press release method without getting a new verified GMB listing for the business for the surrounding town? Not specifically, but I talk a lot of we've talked about that many times in the mastermind. I don't think it's specifically in Local PR Pro, but there's a couple things that you could do that I can reveal here. If you wanted to try to rank in like the adjacent areas, it's not always going to be possible, guys, but there are things that you can do to kind of help facilitate that. But it requires, on page, it requires having, basically categories or silo structures or geo posts for the areas that you're trying to get ranked in. I would also recommend that within your GMB profile, since you're doing GMB Pro, that you start using the GMB post, just the way that we teach in the training, with images, with meta tag or geotags for the areas that you're trying to rank in, all that kind of stuff. Try to use those keywords in those posts, right? Then if for using press releases specifically, then you could target those locations that you want to rank in your press releases as part of the title is incredibly important for press releases. So target the locations that you want to rank in as long as they're adjacent. In the title, make sure that you're linking to the content that is also optimized for that location, whether it's on your website or in your GMB profile or wherever it may be, right? So those are some of the things that you can do. Now, again, if you want some more in-depth training on that, Ed, got to come back to the mastermind, okay? But specifically in Local PR Pro, I don't talk about that because Local PR Pro, the way that I've found it, I'm talking about getting three-pack rankings using press releases for the city that the business is located in. And obviously, because of the GMB Pro stuff that we're doing, like personally, I prefer to just get more GMB listings now than trying to rank one listing in multiple locations. It's so easy now, guys. Like whether you're doing PO boxes, which is what I've always done, or now, which is even better, using our verified GMB service. You don't even need to leave your damn house. You can just order it online. It gets done. And now you can set up as many GMB profiles as you want and just literally target an entire region if you want. And I think that's easier. It takes less work than trying to rank one GMB for a wide service area or geographic area. That makes sense. Okay, guys, I like easy. And the thing about it is, if you develop a process, Ed, Ed, if you develop a process for, buying, and that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm developing a process for scaling this method. Okay, so that I can outsource 90 to 95% of it, right? It will require very little effort from me once the process is developed. And when I say it's going to be automated, it's going to be automated to me because I'm going to have virtual assistants doing most of the work. Does that make sense? And so that's why I said it would be better, less work for you to develop a process for building out additional GMBs for, even for one specific business, so that you can expand their service area and what they're generating leads from, right? Develop out a process for that, and that way you can outsource it. And even if you don't outsource it, it's repeatable. If you develop like a checklist and a flow chart on what to do, then it becomes almost second nature. You can do it like it becomes routine, and it'll become a lot easier than trying to rank one listing for a really wide geographic area. At least in my opinion, it is. Okay.
Well, one last thing, Ed. Go to the Facebook group and just say you'd like a webinar on how to extend the business centroid, and we can get into that.
Yep. Yeah, especially if you're in the GMB Pro course, because I know that question's come up a couple of times, and I think Marco, when you did the local unlimited local images and videos webinar, you touched on that briefly.
Yeah, we talked about it, but we can expand on it because it's not that difficult.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. We'll do a follow-up webinar on GMB Pro for that.